The World Series of Poker main event is always unforgiving.
Easy game.
But the road to day 6
One time
was as rocky as it gets. A double knockout. Flops and turns might have been safe, but the river claimed victim.
Sometimes you live by the ace-queen, you die by the ace-queen.
After victim.
No shame in folding.
After victim. Oh! Garcia's ace-king!
This is so sick.
It's a
Oh my
four at the
God.
end! Oh my goodness! Though the stars fell, stars also emerged. And as we set sail on day 6, one thing is for sure. The players better buckle up.
Welcome back to the 2024 WSOP Main Event. It is time for day 6. 161 players return, and the goal today is to play a full day of poker and get right around down to the final 50. So lots of moving and shaking today as Lon McCarron, Norman Chad, and Maria Ho will be doing the commentary on PokerGO.com for the first 6 hours of play. And then, of course, tonight, late tonight, the night shift. Nick Schulman and Aline Najad on the call for what will be an epic night of poker. Steven Song, our current chip leader, on 12.3 million. My name is Remko Rinkema. Donnie Peters alongside me for a free preview of the action. We're going to go for 1 hour, but we are going to be doing a few giveaways here on the stream. We're giving away 3 annual subscriptions to PokerGO, but more on that later during this broadcast. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from. Let us know who your favorite players remaining are as we look at our leaderboard presented by GTO Wizards. Carlos Caldas and Steven Song at the top of the counts. They started at the same table today, so perhaps some fireworks worth 24 million chips. You know, anything can happen. It is still a poker tournament. All right, walking around here with our camera to look at all those big stacks that are still in the hunt here. Most people, of course, wondering, is Kristen Foxen going to do it? Is she going to make the final table? We have a few more days to figure out that equation, but I'll be honest, that is the top thing on my mind as a poker fan, because how sick would it be to have a woman back in the final line of this event? Originally from St. Catharines, Ontario, 37-year-old Foxen, of course, a longtime crusher with 4 WSOP bracelets and many big results at our PokerGO studio in Las Vegas as well. And there it is, the best-dressed man in all of poker, Tony Dunst. New suit, new day, same Tony. He's made big runs before as well. It's going to be crazy to see if Tony can pull off a day 7 as well.
Like, you know, end of the day. At 2 of my tables yesterday, people had to ask what day it was. So, I mean, I felt the same way. I was like, what day is it?
Like, what day of the week?
What day of the week?
Yeah, I know.
Nobody
They're
knew,
all the
right?
same.
Like, who knows at this point?
ends in a Y.
What you know is you need to be here at noon, period. That's it.
Donnie, we're deep inside the vortex
listen,
that
no
is
one
the main
knows.
event.
I have no idea what day of the week it is. You know, I can probably better tell you what day number of the WSOP. Like it's day number 45. Like I know that, right?
I had a friend text me this morning. He said, "Are we still on for lunch tomorrow?" And
You're like,
then I realized, wait, tomorrow is Saturday? And I said, no, we're not on for lunch tomorrow. I'm in main event mode. There's nothing else that matters right now in the world. And we have Kristen Foxen still busy stacking chips. She comes into the day with 5.2 million. Dunst with 3.1 million.
All right.
Donnie, today is one of those days where contenders emerge, right? If you bag a top 3 stack today, then you are a favorite probably to make the final table.
Yeah, I mean, coming into the day, Steven Song, Carlos Caldas were the only players up over 12 million in chips. So to start the day, those are the 2 most headlining competitors, right? But as you mentioned, the pots are going to be massive today. The chips are going to be flying, right? People are going for it. Everyone's locked up $70K in prize money. Of course, going to try and ladder up, but want to make that final table, get $1 million, want to win first place, get $10 million. So today is very much a moving day. We'll probably see somebody get to what, 25 million, 30 million today?
So crazy. Yeah, we're gonna see one of those pots today that we'll talk about for years to come. It happens every time on day 6. One of those tournament-defining hands as we see
gave me a walk
Todd
first
Mercer getting aggressive here early versus Kristen Foxen. Donnie, you like this from Mercer? Just, you know, applying the pressure right away?
I mean, why not, right? He's got a good hand. And if you know anything about Kristen Foxen, you probably have a good feeling that with a big stack, she's going to be getting out there and getting after it, which is what she commonly does when she plays, and it allows her to get up over 5 million entering day 6 of the main, of course.
I didn't sleep well then.
So I like this from Mercer.
But tonight.
Could be a bit of a leveling war here where Foxen thinks, maybe this guy thinks that I'm just being aggressive early.
Wow. This is one of the most intense stares I've seen from Kristen Foxen today, not hiding behind the shades. Mercer, by the way, no stranger to tournament poker, 52 years old from Wilson, North Carolina, living in Elon. Donnie, familiar with you that place?
That's right, baby. That's where I went to college, Elon, North Carolina. Shout out, let's go. Phoenix Rise, baby.
Mercer won a WSOP circuit event in Cherokee back in 2017. Finished 4th in the same event the very next year. So this man definitely knows how it's done. And Foxen in the tank for a very long time here, Donnie. Are you surprised to see this?
Man, like,
I mean, I think it's kind of a leveling war type of thing here, where she's like, if this guy thinks that I'm just going to be, you know, coming in here aggressive, raising the first hand, then
you know, but like,
maybe he's going to fight me a little bit lighter than I expect. I also think it's interesting. She doesn't have her glasses on. The chips are all over the table. Like, she hasn't even gotten set up yet.
See that one.
Yeah, like,
or maybe not.
She should be adjusted enough that, like, unless you know, went on a steroid cycle and really
Mercer
juiced up.
aggressive early here, and it pays off.
Yeah.
And not even looking over at Foxen, not giving away anything. She'll probably have some insights coming in once this airs. As we look at Brandon Cantu, 20th in the 08 main event. Dunst, 50th in the 2010 main event. These guys, Donnie, are the quintessential main event warriors. They know how it's done. I've once saw Brandon Cantu take a day one Shipley in a PLO event and absolutely ruin everyone's day for the consecutive days that came. So if these guys get a hold of big stacks, we better watch out.
No, of course.
I know. I didn't
Tony Dunst specifically has cashed in in 4 of the 5 largest main events ever. Shout out to Matt Clark for that little nugget on Twitter. 2006, 2010, last year 2023, and then of course this year right here. So big field crusher Tony Dunst won his 3rd WSOP bracelet earlier this summer in an online event.
160. Oh, thank you.
Grigorev finds ace-king, comes in for the raise. Misha Grigorev, originally from Moscow, living in Venice, California.
First half. Yeah, I know.
Foxen in the big blind with ace-7 off, contemplating a defend, perhaps. She did bring the glasses, by the way. She just hasn't.
Yeah, no, I know. She just didn't put them on yet, is what I mean. She's going to get in there with a defend, understandably. And here we go.
Now, is it in Foxen's favor to play as many hands as she can post-flop versus players that, in most cases, will be, will not be as versed in all the materials that we might have to dive into?
I think she's going to be pretty liberal, comparably to the field, right? I think she's extremely experienced. I think she's got a lot of chips, of course, which allows her to get in there. Again, every time we see Kristen Foxen play, whether that's at the PokerGO studio, whether it's here at the World Series of Poker or somewhere else, she always leans aggressive.
125.
Well, the flop brings out Jack 9-4. 2 diamonds. Foxen does have the ace of diamonds, and Grigorev is going to continue with a bet on the flop here. Grigorav has 6 cashes at the World Series of Poker. This is his best result in the main event so far, and Foxen.
Just in case you don't know, there's just a few chips like in the rail kind of thing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, you're richer than you think.
What about
yes.
me?
You're the best. I would have played the whole tournament. I would have been all in, but not really all in.
There we go. You're like, wait a second.
Either
I mean, it's always a nice surprise.
Going over to our outer table. Looks like we might have some action brewing here. We got Tyler Montoya all in here with ace deuce versus jacks. 9-9-4 on the flop. Montoya looking for an ace here. Turn is the 5 of hearts. Now picking up a wheel draw. Montoya not dead yet. River card.
Oh, there
baby.
it is.
Oh,
You see the reaction.
drilling the wheel on the river. Excuse me.
Those jacks belonged to Gerald Morel. Unfortunately, go down in flames there. Runner, runner, wheel.
Oh my God.
I don't think anyone ever won a poker tournament without getting lucky, so you got to get lucky along the way.
Here's a look at start of day 6. The main event by the numbers. The biggest stack, 205 big blinds. The shortest stack, maybe a little spin up, just 5 big blinds. 13 winners of the gold still remaining. 4 women in the field. And the chop value right now, $353,000. Donnie, 160 way chop. Let's go home.
No. Come on. You play for $10 million and you play for ultimate poker glory. That's what you play for in the WSOP main event.
It just happened to be the table that
Montoya lookalikes already been put in the chat. I'm seeing Mahomes. I'm seeing Harlow, Jack Harlow perhaps. Definitely bringing that Gen Z vibe to the room here, Montoya.
Of course.
Maybe the first ever player with that haircut to make it as deep in the main event.
I like it.
No ankle socks on him as we see Jack 4-5 rainbow on this one. Angelov versus Jones. Boris Angelov, no stranger to deep runs.
This was a raise from Angelov, a call from Jones out of the big blind, bringing us to this flop where Jones checks it over to Angelov.
110 from Angelov, and Jones makes the call. Angelov from Sofia in Bulgaria, a poker professional since 2016. As the ace pops up on the turn, and Angelov improves to the best hand. Brian Rast, by the way, headlining this table. You can see him on the right side of your screen. The Poker Hall of Famer had a wonderful middle stage of the day last night, or actually before we went into the night. Rast up to 6.1 million, and a real force here in the main event. Angelov continues and takes this one down. By the way, if you're catching us on YouTube today for the free preview, please know that we appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're going to do a few giveaways today on the feed. We'll do our first annual subscription giveaway when we hit 1,500 likes on the video. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll do our first one when we hit 1,500 likes. Give away an annual sub, and just got to make sure you're also a subscriber to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, me too. Like, I perform better. If I'm like relaxed, I play worse. Exactly right. Is really what it boils down to. Like, I want basically as much pressure as possible. Yeah. Because then I play better. Yep. So.
Donnie, Brian Rast is a gamer.
He is, of course. I mean, listen, I think any highly competitive person welcomes pressure in a lot of ways. I'm sure you feel it when you go cycling, you know, like you want that pressure.
Yeah.
Like if you go out there and it's just super casual, nonchalant, whatever, you're kind of going through the motions, like you don't get pushed. You don't have that drive, you know what I mean? So when you have that extra pressure on you, wherever you draw that pressure from, I think it can benefit you greatly.
We got
You see
Porto
it everywhere.
Yeah, Porto and Greenblatt here potentially going head-to-head. Bruno Porto from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Shout out to all my Brazilians out there. We have live streaming right now as well on PokerGO Brazil on YouTube. They have their own membership program, a reduced price as well to watch the main event right there. Alex Greenblatt was the opener here to 160K with King 7 of diamonds. He's got 1.9 million in career tournament earnings. One final table at the WSOP, and also a 65th place finish in the 2017 main event. So Greenblatt has been in this spot before and knows that the King 7 not worth continuing with here. If you're just tuning in for the first time to our main event coverage, Lon McCarron, Norman Chad, and Maria Ho are doing the commentary on PokerGo.com right now. They are handling the first 6 hours, same as on yesterday's feed, and then Nick Schulman and Ali Najad will be on the night shift as we go back out into the field. I believe, Donnie, we have ourselves a new chip leader, Yegor Moroz.
Okay.
12.5 million. I wonder who he had to hurt to get these chips added to his stack.
He had a pretty lively rail towards the end of last night's play. I think Jake Schwartz was on the rail. Joey Weissman was over there.
As we look at the current payouts presented by Monkey Tilt Daily Fantasy Sports, 70K guaranteed. A large chunk of people received the same payout from 224 to 163. But Donnie, now today we're really going to see those numbers increase.
Yeah, of course. Today we should get into six-figure territory.
Empire like London?
Yeah,
Everything this year has been tracking similar to last year, so
Nice. Yeah.
ideally at the end of the day, 50 to 60 players, somewhere in that regard. You know, that puts us up to $140,000, $160,000 for the payout.
No hippo.
The top 125 will get $100,000, which is great. So
it is, yeah.
that is a little bit of a benchmark here at the World Series of Poker. You know, when the first six-figure payout is awarded.
Some 15 odd years ago.
Here we see the Caesars Sportsbook buyout board for Ren Lin, number 2 on China's all-time money list.
Like $25 win.
Yeah, they have some big ones.
Also a regular on the PGT.
Yeah, you're too rich.
Always battling in our events. He won the Texas Poker Open earlier this year.
Well, we got an all-in here at our feature table. Alex Barton all in for his tournament life with pocket fives against Manderleer. Charles Alex Barton from Boston, Massachusetts, looking for these fives to hold up as we see Ace King 5 roll off the deck. What a bit of timing here to hit your set.
That'll help. That will help.
Just the little 5-ball. Wow.
Not out of it yet.
Turn card is the king of
Not
diamonds.
out of it yet.
Now looking for an ace or a king. Manderleer.
It's never easy. It's never easy. You flop sets, it's still not easy.
Don't do it.
Oh man, Alex Barton about to double up unless Manderleer catches an ace or a king.
Well, it depends who it is. I'm rooting for both of you.
River card is the 8 of clubs, and Manderleer left now with only 500K. Manderleer from Belgium. 13 cash at the WSOP, began playing poker in 2012. As we look at our freshly doubled up player, Alex Barton.
I just signed a sponsorship with Jerry's Tavern. I want to tell you guys all about that. They have the best cheeseburger in Portland.
Really?
The best cheeseburger.
You like cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Very specific.
Oh no, not just they, like what they do with their wings over there. They like, I'm not a chef or anything, but they like leave them out for 24 hours. They're just crispy.
Is that where you live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I live in Vancouver, but it's a metro.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's
Say Portland. I mean.
okay. Is the burger like thick? Is it thin? Is it like one?
It's like a normal cheeseburger.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show you a photo of what they do.
Yes.
They're Bloody
Okay.
Marys.
Okay.
So they put sliders.
Yeah.
They put
No,
sliders.
I believe him.
I did.
They put sliders on
didn't.
top. They put sliders on top of the Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
And like all the
Oh,
pickles
that's
and
cool.
everything.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Donnie, people give me so much crap for talking about food on the broadcast. Like all the time I get crap for it, and deservingly so at some point. But now it's Brandon Cantu doing it. Shout out to Brandon Cantu landing a cheeseburger sponsor. That is probably.
I've been saying it for years and years and years. Like, why don't you, if you get a sponsor, just, like if you're sponsored by Subway, I'm going to think about this one for a little bit while, but let me just bust out this Subway footlong first and take a bite while I think over my decision. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Donnie, you
got the platform, use it. That was great use of the platform.
Well, I mean, there's only one player, or there's probably two players in poker that do that really well.
Who's that?
Phil Hellmuth,
Well, Phil Hellmuth,
and
of course.
Jared Blesnick.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you got the platform. Good on Cantu.
All right. Shout out to everyone who's
Go try
tuned
that
in.
burger. Let's go.
We're actually, we could hit 600,000 subscribers on the stream right now. We're only 1,700 away. So if you want to be part of that little first 600K, then get in the mix right now. We're giving away an annual subscription to PokerGo once we hit 1,500 likes on the video. So look out for that as well. This is a 1-hour preview of the action. Lon McCarron, Norman Chad, and Maria Ho are on the coverage on PokerGo.com as we see Tony Dunst here make the call from the big blind with the old ace-jack, and ace-6-9 rolls off the deck. Tony Dunst going up against Alex Barton, who raised pre-flop with king-queen of diamonds.
Good flop here for Dunst. Just going to check it over to the razor, allow him to continue here. Alex Barton probably feels this is a good texture that he can attack as the pre-flop aggressor, and he does. Dunst is going to come along. 130 was the bet.
Turn card.
My sponsorship.
The 10 of spades.
I can have whatever I want.
Dunst now, or excuse me, Barton now picking up a gut shot.
What
and
is
Sorry,
Blez?
Jerry.
So you're just like the plug guy, like everyone. You're just.
Is there
What's the
gonna be-
next hat?
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
know.
wear?
He's like rolling through hats.
I might have.
Okay.
I might have more.
How many
no,
other-
this is,
how
this
many
is
other
my
plugs are
official
you gonna do?
sponsor for the World Series.
Speaking
Blez?
of Blez,
Yeah.
he just put a
Okay.
Blez
It's
hat
a
on.
sports
that
card breaking
Jared?
company.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
Jared.
Jared's
Check,
thing.
check to a
Blesnick,
10
okay.
pairing the board on the
So-
river.
That's okay.
now, if you're
Yeah.
Dunst here, Donnie, do you go for
Chrissy, tell me,
value,
what do you
or
think
is your
the amount
opponent's
should
range
be?
so wide
Jared
that you're
comes
better
up to me,
off
I was telling Phil
letting
the
him
story
bet
he
at it?
is. I go, no, I'm with
I think
Jerry's
combination of
Tavern.
letting him bet at
And he
it,
goes,
also
"Andrew,
some
I'll give you
control,
whatever the
given
fuck
that
you want."
you know, your opponent
Jared,
can check back at 10.
whatever you want. And I go, no, Jared, it's just not enough. Ace. He goes, no, Cantu, you're wearing the hat. Takes it off, gives it to me. What do you think is like a
Action does
fair
go check,
price,
check.
Chrissy?
Dunst
I think you should
showing
set the
down
price.
ace-jack.
Whatever you
Good
want.
question. Well, what did you say? Is what I'm curious.
I said, give me the hat. Well, I said, whatever I want.
Yeah. What do you want?
I don't know.
Good question.
Yeah, something to think about, right?
Yeah.
Jared, I'll wear a
Dunst
blue
off
second.
to
That's
a
one you can't answer quickly.
great start here, and here's a look at how you can be in next year's main event. Win a seat by becoming an annual or VIP subscriber of PokerGo.com. Join or upgrade today at PokerGo.com. Use promo code WSOP24WIN to save $20 on your annual subscription.
That
And
would
guess
get
what?
attention.
We're putting 3 people in the main event next year.
First drawing, July 15th, so coming up in a couple days. We'll be drawing 2 of those winners, so grab your annual subscriptions now. Also helps that we have High Stakes Poker coming up.
Yes.
July 29th is the premiere date for that. We also have a new season of No Gamble, No Future, so a lot of stuff in the pipeline for PokerGo. It's good to be a subscriber.
Also have Poker Masters and Super High Roller Bowl coming down the pipeline.
Oh, yeah.
Those are going to be live.
Just quickly on Dunst, Remko. 2006, 198th place. 2010, 50th place. Last year, 66th. Here, he's already in probably the top 150 by now. So, main event crusher. I mean,
Wow.
Tony Dunst, amazing stuff, right?
Yeah, that is incredible. And also, if you look at the comfort with which he is at this table, Donnie, he just seems, by the way, he seems well rested, always well dressed, seems prepared for the moment, and just has this presence about him that, you know, makes me find it really hard to bet against him. As Foxen raises to 160 and Grigorov takes a stand here with ace-king, hoping for some action. Foxen now wearing the orange glasses. Donnie, how many orange tinted glasses will we see at the final table this year?
A lot. Those ones, yesterday they did a close-in on Kristen Foxen. True Dark, so same brand that Phil Ivey had on.
No way. Maybe I should go.
I know our guy, Brent Hanks, says no free ads here, but I mean, True Dark's getting some love.
I mean, they are.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying. I have a new official sponsor, the Blez.
Brandon Cantu really making the most of this.
I mean, why not? You're on the platform. How often are you going to make day 6 in the main?
It's one of my
Get on the
favorite
main
games.
feature
And
table?
Is
Yeah,
pink your
chill
favorite
away. Let's
color?
go.
I honestly would say it's second. I think
Okay.
green is my favorite.
Okay. But it's been lucky, so it's like you gotta stick with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
Have you worn pink every day?
I have, yeah. Not this much every day, but in some capacity.
I mean, you should increase it gradually
I have
as you get
more.
deeper.
I have more.
Good. Okay, cool.
To show up at the final
Looks like he's
table.
about ready to go to EDC.
Pink face paint.
I've never been, but I've heard good things.
Do you like taking Molly? 160.
Okay.
Not yet. I've actually never done it.
The place to do it.
Tony Dunst with some fatherly advice here. On the oh wow, Ace King suited for Foxen and Ace King suited for Dunst.
Okay, here we go.
We might see some fireworks here.
500.
Wow, he's quick, Donnie. Quick with the draw. Tony Dunst just fires it in there for 500K on the button. Little TV time for Cantor's new sponsor here as he lets go of the 9-7 offsuit. Action back on Foxen. Donnie, these stacks are deep. These players must not be excited to battle against each other, but still, this seems like an inevitable clash.
Yeah, I think given the stack sizes, effectively playing what Dunst has, which is about 43, 44 big blinds, I think they can certainly get this money in pre-flop here.
Foxen glancing back at the suited Ace King.
One disadvantage here for Foxen is that should she opt to flat here, I don't think she is, but if it's an option, she would have to play out of position post, which might be fine in some context, but against a very experienced, good player like Dunst, probably not going to want to do that. So I would expect her to come back with a 4-bet here.
Yeah, so this is interesting here, right? So we sort of assume and expect. Oh wow,
no,
she's
does
just going
come
to make the
with
call. I was going to say, we assumed and expected to this be a 4-bet, but now that we do go to the flop, it changes everything because these players are also aware of each other's skill, and Kristen Foxen flops the absolute nuts here. Oh my God.
Now, in a way,
250.
you know, Dunst is going to put some money in here on the flop, being the 3-better, of course, but may not continue after that. So when this hand is all said and done, Kristen Foxen might look back and be like, I wish I 4-bet, right? Because then the money gets in. And
if we're being really honest here, Tony Dunst is saving his tournament life here. Foxen just comes along, makes the call, has the stone cold nuts. What an insane flop, by the way. Oh my God. King on the turn, and now Dunst probably excited about the prospects of making a few chips here. Holy moly. This is the main event.
Yeah, Dunst probably feeling really, really good here. Certainly going to barrel off some more.
I am in shock. This is crazy. The way this board is developing is ridiculous.
650. 650,000.
Action back on Foxen. Donnie, if you're Foxen here, is this where you increase the stakes?
I think you can just call. Really just, you know, if Dunst happens to be bluffing at this, then you keep all that in. You know, you can even keep some of his value in there where he thinks he's good. Hands like, you know, other ace kings. Maybe he decided to 3-bet a king queen off with the queen of clubs.
And look at this. Foxen just going to come and make the call. Donnie, how does Dunst read Foxen's range right now?
I mean, he could probably put her on some frequency of flop flushes, also having the ace of clubs in her hand.
River is the deuce of spades pairing the board.
Kind of blanky.
Foxen checks again. Now, does Dunst see
Check.
a path? Wow.
Look at that. Well done by him.
Oof.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Dunst probably now thinking to himself, that could have been a lot worse had the money gone in pre-flop, of course.
Thank you.
And then when Kristen sees it in the half hour, whatever the delay is, she's going to think, man, I 4-bet, we get it
I
in,
was-
smash
Phil,
those
can you
clubs, let's go.
document
I
that
was
hand and let me
very
know
happy.
what Tony had and text me? Thank you. Just curious.
Phil.
Not that.
Oh,
You
on
gotta
the
have spotters.
Yes, yes,
To
yes,
tell people you need a hand document.
for sure.
Flopping a flush at
True.
0.8%. Kristen Foxen
I don't know
chipping
what's
up
going
nicely. Tony Dunst staying in the tournament, but this could have definitely have been way worse for Dunst. He's down to 2.1 million. Still safe as Foxen now closing in on the 6 million chip mark.
You guys know this is a 10-day tournament, right? It's only day 6.
It's true.
Good point by Cantu.
Are we halfway? I don't even know.
Depends how you define
Yeah,
halfway.
we're a little more than halfway now.
100 left is halfway.
Foxen going to get in here with the ace-7 of clubs, stay aggressive. And this is what you see from Kristen Foxen. You know, she gets a hold of chips. Obviously, you know, an ace-7 of clubs is a good hand as well, but she's going to get in there and she's going to be fairly active. So, a great player to have up here on a feature table.
Seeing a bunch of quick folds here over to Alex Barton. He's going to come along and make the call. Queen 4 deuce rolls off the deck. Range advantage here for Foxen.
Yeah, I would agree. Probably just comes with the bet here. She also has the backdoor clubs. Should she get called? I mean, even a check raise, she might peel at some frequency.
I think range advantage is my new favorite term because it's such a good thing to talk to yourself about. Who has the range advantage?
That should be commonly the first thing you think about.
I had a feeling whoever won that
when you
hand
go to a
would win.
flop.
I've had good cards this.
How does my range stack up against my opponent's range,
Sad.
right? And then
Sad.
obviously
Well, not
you
sad.
can match
No,
that up
no,
with the
no.
board,
I'm happy for
the
that hand.
texture,
I
and
had
say,
lost,
okay,
like,
how do
every
I
hand
continue?
before that. I had weird spots. But yes, that was a happy hand.
Going to the outer tables here for a little update from Mr. Jeff Platt. I've been told he found Tony Gibson.
All right, he's a factory worker from the great state of Indiana. Toby Gibson, what is it like to walk into day 6 of the World Series of Poker Main Event?
Absolutely love it.
What's the experience been like so far?
A lot of roller coaster up and down, but great game. I love watching people that have passion for the game, and just glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about the home game that you're representing from Indiana.
We did a little home game tournament style points. I was able to win that. Just a lot of great players, about 20 of us, and most of them are out here doing the same thing. We're enjoying it. I got a great rail, and hopefully we can make some money for them.
You do have a great rail. We've heard from a lot of them. If you do make a decent amount of money, is it just right back to the factory after this?
I hope I don't have to go back to the factory, but hey, we got to do what we got to do.
Wishing you the best of luck. Thank you for the time. Appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely love it. That is the spirit of the main event. Tony Gibson making the run for the home game in Indiana. And of course, life-altering money is at stake here. So if he runs deep enough, they might never see him again at the factory, Donnie.
He might buy the factory. Start up his own factory, I mean, right? You never know.
All right, action on our third feature table. Excuse me, our second feature table. We have Brian Rast and Takechu on the turn here. Takechu with the advantage here. Full house on the turn. Takechu does come with the check here. Gotta love playing it coy against Brian Rast. Let him do the betting.
325.
325 is the bet from Rast. As you can see on the screen, he still has some equity here as we approach 1,500 likes on the video. This is a 1-hour preview. When we hit 1,500 likes, we can give away an annual sub to PokerGO. So if you're with us here, please smash that subscribe button and make sure you like the video. Takachu makes the call.
Thank you.
1.6 million in the middle. This is a significant pot here as the queen of spades rolls off. Is there a contemplation or a pathway to a bluff here for Rastani, or with ace high, do we simply have showdown value? I'm not sure against what, but is it perhaps?
I mean, 7-8, you know, is the obvious one. I mean, if you think there's some sort of way your opponent can fold a full house, then maybe you go for it. I mean, I think it's hard. Shout out Zebo's theorem from back in the day. No one ever folds a full house. Does go check, check.
And Takachu rakes in a nice one. Rast takes a little hit. From what you guys have seen back home, let me know in the chat. Who do you think is the favorite right now to win the main event? I know Steven Songdani, a player you have a vested interest in, is absolutely killing it right now. But give me 3 of your favorites from the remaining players.
Steven Song, you know, chip leader coming into the day. Looks like he's chipped up a little bit as well. So, listen, Nicholas Astet, a.k.a. Lena 900. I know a lot of people don't necessarily know him in real life, just being a crusher in the online world. I think he's cashed for more than $30 million online. Nicholas out of Sweden. Did talk to him briefly on the PokerGO podcast yesterday. But yeah, I mean, absolute crusher. So he's someone who coming into today with 8 million, just under 8 million. He started yesterday with 380K, ran it up to 7.9 million to close the day. So he's probably feeling really, really, really good. And then listen, I got to mention Kristen Foxen. I think it's her time, man. I really do think it's her time. Obviously, long way to go. 150 players left. I get it. But she's got a big stack. She's built for this. You know, she's an amazing player. So let's go.
The fact that Lena is still in the tournament, Lena 900, Nicholas Astet, is really cool to see. One of the best to ever do it online.
But I mean, let's not forget, Brian Rast, we just showed. Ren Lin is out there battling. I think Jesse Lonis is still out there.
Did not see him.
But there was a did not report last night that we didn't know if it was him or not, because it had a chip stack like where he was.
Right.
Make him pay in advance.
We are going to our
525
feature table as Manderleer from Belgium,
Looks like more.
now at risk for his tournament life against Trimmer.
550.
Queen Jack versus Ace Queen.
Maybe it is 5. Yeah, there it is 5.
Here's the flop. Ace, 10, 9, 2 diamonds. And Manderleer now with the open and the straight draw. Has backdoor diamonds as well.
I'd rather take an 8.
Yeah.
Understandably so. Manderleer looking for a straight right away here. 7 of diamonds gives him additional outs.
I'm actually rooting for you right here. You need it.
15 outs here for the Belgian.
I don't have diamonds. Just I do have diamonds. I do have diamonds. Okay, I have diamonds as well.
You have a double gutter. You have a double gutter.
That's even better.
This guy has to dodge the deck.
All right, half the deck for the Belgian. It doesn't come in.
Okay, good luck.
Manderleer sent to the rail. No Kenny Hollard-esque run to the final table for him. But he still got to play at the feature table on day 6, which of course will
2 minutes. One of the
always
too many
be
outs.
quite a memory.
Yeah, good, respectable run. Lost that flip to Alex Barton, of course, and then ultimately goes out there. Do need to correct myself. Jesse Lonis did bust. I'm the idiot. I apologize.
I live in
176th place for him yesterday, so right towards the end of last night, 60K cash for Jesse Lonis.
Came when I was 5.
Look back here at Manderleer, who at first did not realize
I've never been.
he had the diamonds going for him.
I would love to go.
I went there once and man, it was flooded deep. I know it happens all the time, but it was a real bad one.
Oh, wow.
Like an extra
really?
Flood?
Must be good to hold there.
All right, 8 likes away from our first giveaway of the preview show.
Let's go.
Oh, maybe it was.
I'm gonna do this quick. When I see that we hit the number,
I got my 2
I'm gonna
basically best friends
announce
in the world.
what the secret word is for our Nightbot style giveaway.
Maybe it doesn't flood there.
We're
It was
gonna give away an
flooded though
annual
when I was
sub.
there.
You like that Nightbot makes it easier for you?
Saves my life.
But it was
I feel like an idiot for not believing in Nightbot earlier.
Hey, listen.
I thought I could do it all on my own.
Better late than never, you know?
Did you go to that one, Tony?
I didn't go to that one, but I went to Venice
here
to leave
to
on
Foxen
like a
in the
cruise
small
that had
blind.
a poker tour back in the day.
Take the gondolas.
Foxen bringing the intensity today. Look at that stare.
Oh, at least at Venice, Italy.
Yeah.
He
Was
just
he
said
looking at
Venice. I wasn't sure.
I don't know what you was looking at.
That's Venice Beach.
Yeah.
All right, there it is. 1,500 likes. We're doing
there's been
a
no
giveaway
WPTs
for
in
an
Venice.
annual subscription. Let me get this situated here.
Yeah, my friend got me to
Foxen
move
comes in
there.
with a raise to 280,000.
I love it there more than
Can you send us a cocktail server?
3.5x there. Gets it
can you
done.
send us
Lopez
drinks when
makes
they're
the
available?
fold, and she
Thank you.
continues to chip up.
Shout
Now
out to
wearing the
Edition
glasses.
All right, here it is. Type Vegas into the chat to be eligible for our giveaway for an annual subscription. Type Vegas in the chat. We'll do the roll in just a few. Here's a look at Farrah Gelfond tweeting about how her and her husband were doing in the main event. Their neighbor asked how it went. They said they both busted on day 2. Oh, but you still made out, right? No, they did not. The Gelfonds down 20K. So yeah, type Vegas in the chat. We'll roll for the annual sub.
It's like when I tell my wife I busted out and she says, "At least you got to play a while."
Oh
And I
my
say,
God.
"Oh my God, really?
That is
really?
painful, Donnie.
You don't even know you're needling me, but you're needling me."
Tryon all in here with ace-5. Porto with ace-king. Next to act after Takachu bet the 9-8 of hearts. Unbeknownst to him, the 2 players behind him both flop trips.
So Porto raised pre, Takachu called, Tryon called, excuse me, from the big blind, bringing us to the flop. Check to Takachu, he bet. Tryon moved all in. Now it is on Porto, who has the best of it. Don't think he's going to be going anywhere. It just depends on how he wants to approach here. I think he just has such a premium hand here. He's also got backdoor clubs, if that matters to some degree. That, you know, he could just flat here.
I mean, if you're Porto here, you are absolutely loving this.
Looks like he might be counting out a raise, though. The bet was 150, all in for 775. He might just come with, like, a click. Oh, now he's going to call. Okay,
He's
I
going to
like
make
it.
the call.
I like the call.
Takachu probably apologizing for getting in the way here as he quickly lets go of the 9-8 of hearts. Tryon in deep, deep trouble with ace-5. Looking for a 5 and a 5 only as the Brazilian here about to win a pot worth 2.3 million chips. Yeah, Tryon taking a photo for the fans, the family back home.
Love the mohawk. Love the shades.
Last chance to get into our giveaway. Type Vegas in the chat. We'll roll for a winner after this hand. And yes, if you're already a subscriber, you are eligible as well.
7 would chop here.
Tryon more involved with the group chat than he is with the hand at play here. Jack on the turn gives additional chop outs here. Jack on the river would also give both players.
Here we go, standing
full
up.
house. River card. It is the 6 of diamonds, and that will do it. Tryon eliminated. And Porto, a real contender. Vamos Brazil, up to over 6 million chips. Just for transparency here, we have over 750 people eligible for the giveaway. So if you don't win, it is quite long odds here. But we'll do another one. I'm going to roll for a winner right now.
Nice chip up there for Porto, up over 6 million for him. 77 big blinds to work with.
All right, there it is. Step 0 programming, the winner of our giveaway. All right, here's a look at High Stakes Poker Season 13 premiering on Monday, July 29th, exclusively on PokerGo.com. Helmut, Tilly, Global, all in the mix. You can see a preview of the action on our Twitter page as well. But back to more important things. Our giveaway winner, Step 0 programming. Send an email to social@pokergo.com with you logged into your YouTube account, and I will credit you later today for the giveaway.
Kind of feels crazy that High Stakes Poker is in its 13th season.
That's wild. when PokerGO brought high-stakes poker back to life. We did season 8, and now we're on season 13.
Ready to 160?
Porto here, fresh off scoring that knockout, picks up ace-king, and Collins has kings.
Oh my God.
These hands are bangers today, baby. Let's go.
And Porto, fresh off of winning a massive one, now in a bit of trouble here. Low can easily let go of the 8s here.
Porto asking Collins how many chips he has. Collins, I know we can see that he has kings, but the way he responded there feels very comfortable. Like, yeah. I tell you what I got. I got 3.8. I got 3. You know, whatever. No big deal.
Now Porto seems like the type of player that might make some reads, might have some ideas about his opponents. It's easy to get carried away with ace-king in the main event. Donnie, it's a drawing hand.
Yeah. But it's the best drawing hand. He goes all in.
Wow. He just jams the ace-king into kings and 50 big blinds apiece into the middle. And now we're playing a pot worth 8.5 million.
Just out of nowhere.
What a jam here from Porto.
Yeah, about 52 big blinds on the shove here. I think pretty expected, given who I think Porto is. You know, probably an online guy, and I think you take ace-king here and you just rip it in. If Porto wins this hand, Remko, if he finds an ace or something else, he'll be over 10 million in chips. Collins here looking for a massive double.
All right, here comes the flop. 7-3-3, very safe for Collins.
I'm not sure if that Atlanta Falcons shirt is a good omen or a bad omen. I mean, they run pretty bad.
I mean, they were ahead before. Collins talking about his heartbeat being out of control. Queen on the turn, still safe. Collins only has to fade an ace here. 3 outs for Porto. 7% chance to win. Is it going to be there? No, it is not. Collins with the monster double up to 8.5 million. He is now approaching the top 10.
There are some dealers this summer.
Look at his hands, Donnie, trembling with adrenaline.
I mean, my hands would be trembling too. I know you get it in good, but you still got to hold. It's day 6 of the main. Let's go. And for Porto, man, he just won all those chips. Sends a massive chunk over to Collins here. More than 8.5 million for him. Porto down just below 2 million.
The TV delay, though. That's like
Porto getting the group chat updated literally seconds after sending a player to the rail. He now down to 2 million chips. Donnie, please tell me that I'm wrong here, but playing ace-king this aggressively versus a gentleman who clearly is having the time of his life on the secondary feature table, is that out of line or what? I would personally be way more passive against that type of player.
I mean, it's hard to say because we're not at the table. We haven't been in this field battling with these players for days on end. So maybe Porto has some sort of read, or he thinks that he can push Collins around, or maybe he'll jam here and Collins will fold 2 10s, you know, for example. So it is hard to say. I mean, I said it when he asked him how many chips he had. Collins looked like he was pretty comfortable, gave a very straightforward answer, like there wasn't any sort of like jittering in his voice or anything like that. So I don't know. It kind of seemed like strength, but you also have ace-king. It's a very good hand. You block aces and kings. I get it. Worst case scenario, you probably think, you know, yeah, I'm up against 2 queens. No big deal. We'll flip for it.
All right. I guess
Speaking of flips.
I guess I'm a nit, but here's Kristen Foxen finding ace-king again. She has been on quite the run so far today. Has picked up plenty of hands, up to 6.7 million. And now Trimmer comes in for the race with 10s. Action on Foxen. Julio Trimmer from Chavales, Mexico. A lawyer by trade. Has had some success on the felt. But this is his first main event cash. This beautiful lavender chips involved here as Foxen comes in with the 3-bet. And look at this, we got
No phones
Montoya
at the table.
joining us
I'm
here.
gonna yell at you. I've been yelled at about 4 times.
Said you had to step off this.
Look at this. Everyone policing the action here.
I think they're kind of looking out for Lopez, meaning he'll get yelled at.
What's your dry cleaning bill every month?
Oh, it's really not that high. I don't have that many occasions to get dressed up.
Oh, so you
Got
don't.
a big wardrobe, but like on a
You don't wear a suit every day of your
I
life.
mean, most days I'm playing online poker.
So you don't wear a suit when you.
Not sitting on the couch.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm not Maybe that's your style. Maybe you
Man,
just
back
dress
in the
up
day,
in
I
a
just
three-piece.
I would dress up to like go to the grocery store, but no. Now I, you know, for like a big poker day.
James
or,
Bond, one of your favorite movies?
Oh, I love those movies back in the day. Yeah, for sure.
I'm understanding it more and more now.
Yeah.
Tony
Although, I
Dunst
don't know.
dropped.
What'd you think of the new one?
Didn't even watch it.
Didn't see it?
Tony Dunst saying that he used to dress up to go to the grocery store. That is exactly what I expected from Tony Dunst. By the way, Trimmer here, out of position, going to go see a flop here versus Kristen Foxen. Donnie, that is probably ranking about my top 5 most scary experiences, is seeing a flop against Kristen Foxen out of position in a 3-bet pot.
But how about this flop?
Oh my God. All the fear is gone as he flops top set. We're going to give away another annual sub, by the way. Let's do this.
Feel a little better. These are hot.
For all you people who are not subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, Donnie, you're seeing the number on my screen. We pick up 100 new subs on YouTube, and I'm giving away another annual subscription.
Love it. Love it.
I have the number locked in. Donnie is the referee. 100 new subs on the YouTube channel will give away another annual sub. So this is for the new ones out there. If you're watching this, you're not yet subscribed, just smash that button, and you'll be in our next giveaway. Foxen, of course, going to continue here. That is not a surprise. By the way, everyone's eligible for the giveaway. I'm just saying, the new people need to get in there and sub.
She comes with about 1/3 pot here. Pretty understandable. Trimmer can pretty confidently just call here.
You ordered that day 2?
Trimmer comes along, makes the call. Stone cold nuts, Donnie. What else do you want here?
Well, you want a king on the turn.
Turn is a 10, and he makes quads,
baby.
Wow. Is that our daily quads or what? Just quads. No big deal. Now, if we're Foxen here, are we struggling to find a way to continue here, or does the 10 invite us to put more in here?
I think she's probably going to end up checking back this turn. I weirdly wouldn't have hated a lead from Trimmer.
You have any idea if they'll switch this?
Probably at some point, yeah.
Usually they were doing every level.
Yeah, the outer feature table is that you spend a level there. For this one, I'm guessing.
If Tony
does
leaves,
check back.
I don't know.
only here because of
That's what I was saying.
Chrissy. Yeah.
She's a big draw.
Definitely not the ice cream maker and not me.
Trimmer checks. I think I expect Foxen to just check behind. Here, I think this ace-king has a lot of showdown value. Not sure she's going to get called by worse. So if that's the thinking, if you are Trimmer, she's going to be doing a lot of checking behind here, then I think you have to come out here with some sort of bet.
Yeah, I should have today. I don't know if I would have known. Have a football like that one guy. Yeah, what's his name? He's friends with
Farrah?
Looks like he's going to do just that.
Cuz. Yeah, he's like besties with Cuz. Buckner.
There it is, Trimmer leading out.
And he carries around a football with him all day. I could have did that.
It's been 9:25 on the river
yeah,
here.
Frank the Tank, yeah.
Foxen with a few glances here, perhaps getting a look for future reference.
Isn't it toasty here?
All she beats here is bluffs.
I'll give you about 20 minutes.
Which hand would
I
Trimmer
have to queue it
call
up.
a 3-bet with out of position that she still beats? Is he calling ace-queen? Is he calling ace-jack? Unlikely.
Yeah, and also unlikely
Lucky
that
jack, yeah.
you can rule out a couple combos because you have the ace of diamonds. So if it's, you know, the ace-jack or the ace-queen of diamonds, you know, that have that back door on the flop that end up turning the back door. Well, you have that, so you're blocking that hand specifically, which is interesting.
How much did you
Now,
bag
Kristen
last
did pull out chips here, but she's done that before, right? So, you know, I don't necessarily anticipate that she's just going to make a call.
Nice.
Ace king versus ace queen. It came 10-10-2.
Chips go back into the stack. Oh, come back out of the stack. She is.
That was all the screaming I heard. You had a big
She's going back and forth on this one.
Screaming, yeah, like on the stone last
A
hand.
non-believer.
I was like, oh, I needed that.
That's nice.
Very much studying her opponent right now.
Yeah, same. My
Trevor
first
willing
hand of the day,
to
I got really lucky.
glance back at her, perhaps showing some strength here. But maybe could it be a reverse one where he's trying to look strong. Foxen struggling to put this one together.
9, 7, 3, turn 4, and like river 5. So I double runner to straight.
Kristen
I was like, wow, the
Foxen
run good. That's
usually accustomed to shot clocks, Donnie, but if you give these top players the time, they will take it.
Of course, you know, she's going to run through all the different scenarios that she thinks. She's going to study her opponent as she is right now. I mean, I would like to be sitting next to Kristen Foxen and having her just staring me down. I mean, come on.
Foxen weighing the risk reward here. Look at this. She is not happy. The fact that she's even considering this just goes to show that she wants to battle for every pot.
Of course.
Bluff?
That's not.
No. Nice one.
She's going to be happy to see that she let this one go. All right, you guys came through. We picked up over 100 subs. The new word for the giveaway
So excited to see all these hands.
is the year in which
There's a lot of things I got to see.
Chris Moneymaker
This
won
is
the main
like-
event.
This is way more entertaining than
Yep.
the last
Oh,
two
this
levels.
table's
Of
got-
All right, the year Moneymaker won the main event. Put it in the chat right now. We're giving away an annual sub to PokerGo. Here's a look at our tournament recap. 10,112 entries in the main event. 10 million to top, 94 million in the prize pool. And Kristen Foxen and Brian Rast, two of the top competitors left in the tournament. Wow, you guys all know what year Moneymaker won. I'm kind of impressed.
I mean, it was brutal, but 26 is crazy.
Trimmer picks up another good one here. Just made quads on the last hand. Now he's got ace king suited.
Because I said I would never call, and nobody else wanted.
Oh, that
either.
was you who said it.
Yeah.
That was nice of you. You're like, I'll give you.
Oh, the guy who warned 3 minutes. That's
Oh,
Arthur.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah, I loved how he does that. He did it earlier too, because he had another one where it was 18-minute hand.
Okay.
And the guy's like, Arthur was like, I'm gonna give you 3 more minutes, and I'm gonna call clocks.
Arthur who?
Smith.
Okay, I don't know if I know.
Yeah, really cool dude.
Yeah.
Like the former coach of the Falcons, Arthur Smith.
Yeah, 26 minutes for one hand. That's insane.
I'm actually surprised no one called clock.
That's the longest hand I've
What are we doing?
Everybody just went
I've never heard
like
of
off the rail, off the table, and went to the rail.
But 26 doesn't even.
Literally
do it.
26.
How many decision points?
Alex folds around to
All the tank
Alex
on the
Barton.
river. Like, it was
You guys
like
are all
4 minutes, 5
joining
minutes.
the giveaway.
Up
We're going
the river.
to get to it after this hand. So you have about a minute or two
I mean,
left.
15 minutes to call it. You gotta just call it.
Defend
That's
here
the longest
from
I think.
Alex
So he ended
Barton.
up calling that.
He did. He didn't end up calling until he was down at 3 seconds.
Jack 7.
The guy called clock finally after
Alex
20
Barton
minutes,
checks.
and he was Lithuanian, and he was like, "Are you gonna give me a countdown?" And the floor was Scotia. And he's 5, 4, 3, and on the 1 he throws it in, like kind of theatrical.
Song with value betting.
Yeah, he had aces. Aces on 10 high board, bust a flush draw, bust a straight draw.
Oh man, that's a really tough
That's
song
from
to get away
Trimmer.
from.
Three bet-
Jeez.
Quick
Three
fold
bet
from
pre
Alex
and those,
Barton, and that's 2 in a row
Bet,
for
bet.
Trimmer.
No, song, check raise, flop,
Oh,
lead turn, and rip river.
wow. No wonder he ended up with chip leader. That must have piles in it.
Yeah, it was like 10, 7, 4, 3 brick.
Ugh.
All right,
Busted club.
rolling
A
for
lot
the
of
winner
people are
here.
even the
Let's
flop
do
is
it.
Like, oh yeah, I'll just fold. Against Steven's song, it's just like
There it is. The winner,
Exactly.
Yes, you know.
Michael
Yeah.
Chua.
Guess we have to play.
there's
Michael
flop
Chua.
There's whatever, ace 8 of clubs, ace 9 of clubs, and then unnatural bluffs. It was crazy for sure. Like the worst person to have it versus on 10 high board.
It's so funny playing with you, Tony, because I feel like I'm so used to hearing your voice like
As a
commentating.
commentator?
Yeah, that I'm like, wait, what is happening? Like, oh wait, you have cards this time.
Because the Foxen household makes so many final tables. You
know.
guys got to watch
You
yourselves.
got a lot of streams going.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a rule where you don't talk poker at home?
No. We love
So
poker.
you'll just be laying
Yeah,
in bed, just being like, oh, so
They like
ace king.
love talking strategy, actually.
It's like, damn, why did I do that? Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably cathartic to
A
have
couple of
somebody who
fours for
understands.
Cantu here on the button.
Yeah.
Comes in with the raise.
For sure. Yeah, no, I think it's great.
Ace deuce off for Alex.
How long
Barton,
have you guys
small
been married?
blind, just contemplating
Married
it.
like 3 years. Together
Let's give it up.
7.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
King queen for
You guys
Trimmer out of the
obviously
big
met
blind.
at a poker table.
All right, this will be our last hand of the free
it's
preview,
funny
just so
'cause
you know.
If I was in the seat, he was in that seat, he wouldn't stop 3-betting.
Oh, you guys met at a feature table?
No, just like a seminal whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, who is this kid? Like, he thinks I'm a girl, so like just 3-betting me every single hand, and like I was not a fan.
Yeah.
And then we ended up like friends of friends were friends, and then we ended up talking, and I was like,
Oh, he won you over.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Then you played more and realized it was never personal to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait. I think I actually told him, I'm like, you don't have to 3-bet every time you want to play a hand if someone's open. Like, you can call.
Yeah.
You know?
You can have a flagging range.
So I didn't know that that was a thing.
Speaking of 3-bets, Trimmer hits Cantu with one here.
I mean, Trimmer is taking control of this table, and Cantu, hands are tied here, Donnie, with 4s.
Who started playing
tough
poker
spot to
first?
be in
You,
with
right?
4s.
You were in Bellagio
Me.
forever, I heard.
Yeah, me.
Or like you were even a supernova.
Yeah, so I'm older than him, and
All right, I'm gonna make a bad fold.
you know,
One time,
I actually
good
don't know when
pressure.
he exactly started,
Next time I'll come.
but professionally, I think.
Yeah,
Why would he show the
pretty
He
4s?
had like, I mean,
Let's
his
do a one-time show for your
Yeah.
friend.
like jump in and
Yeah, just
huge
skyrocketed
success.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
maybe
right,
it
buddy,
works.
we'll see how that ends up for you.
I think he won.
doing that.
Little
first
Helmuth
or
S got a
second
Cantu.
fight
Wow.
he played.
If you want to
I
continue
could
to
be
see
wrong
how
with that. I don't
Cantu
know.
and
I
Trimmer
know
are going to
one
go
of, like,
through a fist
one
or
of the
something,
first, like,
please keep
5,
on watching.
25
By the way, I'm going to sign off right here.
And,
Thank you all so much for watching our
that's a
preview.
good
Sadly,
crazy.
this is as long as my
Start.
time
Do you only
and
play
Donnie's time will
frames
be
now?
here on the broadcast.
Pretty much.
Lon McCarron,
Yeah.
Norman Chad are on
Especially-
the call with
Yeah,
Maria
I would
Ho
say.
on PokerGO.com for
young,
the
but,
next
like,
5
I
hours
try to keep
straight.
in touch
And
with,
then
like, all
we
the
have the night
stories.
shift coming
Yeah,
up
I
with
would
Nick
hear you
Schulman
vlog
and Ali
and
Najat.
stuff.
So thank you all so much for watching our
Supernova
preview.
Elite for a
We'll
long
see you
time.
tomorrow
Yeah,
with more
that's
preview
awesome.
action. But
How many
for
years
now,
are you Supernova
keep on
Elite?
watching on
I did
PokerGO.com.
3.
Thank you so much.
Sick.
Yeah.
Man, you really put
Yeah.
the time.
What,
I
20
did.
tables?
I that's why.